and welcome back to day 18 of National Poetry Writing Month and our mini workshop series. Today we're going to look at pantoums, which sound a lot more complicated than they actually are. So we're going to read a couple of different examples and then give you your prompt. So a pantoum is a poem of any length that has 4-line stanzas, and the second and fourth lines of each stanza serve as the first and third lines of the following stanza. Then, as an added layer, the last line of the pantoum is often, but not always, the same as the first line. So one example, we have Carolyn Kaiser's Parent Pantoum, which I thought I had opened. Sorry. Parent's Pantoum by Carolyn Kaiser. Where did these enormous children come from? More ladylike than we have ever been. Some of ours look older than we feel. How did they appear in their long dresses? More ladylike than we have ever been. But they moan about their aging more than we do in their fragile heels and long black dresses. They say they admire our youthful spontaneity. They moan about their aging more than we do, a somber group. Why don't they brighten up? Though they say they admire our youthful spontaneity, they beg us to be dignified like them. As they ignore our pleas and brighten up, some day perhaps we'll capture their attention, then we won't be try to be dignified like them, nor they so gently patronizing. Some day perhaps we'll capture their attention. Don't they know that we're supposed to be the stars? Instead, they are so gently patronizing. It makes us feel like children. Second childish? Perhaps we're too accustomed to be stars. The famous flowers growing in the garden, now we pout like children. Second childish? Quaint fragments of forgotten history. Our daughters stroll together in the garden, chatting of news we've chosen to ignore, pausing to toss us morsels of their history, not questions to which only we know answers. Eyes closed to the news we chose to ignore, we'd rather excavate old memories, disdaining age, ignoring pain, avoiding mirrors. Why do they never listen to our stories? Because they hate to excavate old memories. They don't believe our stories have an end. They don't ask questions because they dread the answers. They don't see what they've become mirrors, we offspring of our enormous children. And also A Painter's Thoughts by John Yao. I want to paint in a way that the eye disappears into the sky and trees. The idea of a slowed down, slowly unfolding image held my attention. Variations on a theme are of no interest. A bowl and a cup are not ideas. I want my painting to be what it contains. It should speak, not me. The idea of a slowed down, unfolding image held my attention. I paint things made of clay, just as the pigments I use come from the earth. I want my painting to be what it contains. It should speak, not me. Brown and ochre stoneware bowls beside a white porcelain pitcher. I paint things made of clay just as the pigments I use came from the earth. I place the pale eggs on a dark, unadorned tabletop and let them roll to place. Brown and ochre stoneware, bowls beside a white porcelain pitcher. The dusky red wall is not meant to symbolize anything but itself. I place the pale eggs on an unadorned tabletop and let them roll into place. I want to paint in a way that the eye disappears into the sky and trees. The dusky red wall is not meant to symbolize anything but itself. Variations on a theme are of no interest. A bowl and cup are not ideas. And I was going to redo one more, but it's really long. So I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave links to both of these poems that you can revisit on your own, because sometimes seeing the style of the poem helps, and seeing which lines are repeated is very helpful. And for your prompt, today you are going to write a pantoum about a lesson that you've learned or a lesson you want to teach. And the reason that we're doing this prompt is because it gives you a reason to repeat things, and hopefully that'll be an easier starting point and you'll be able to write this poem with as little frustration as possible. And then once you have that basic idea, you can revisit it with a harder prompt or with a different conversation topic. This is just a very easy, short way to get acquainted. And I hope you have a fantastic time reading and writing these poems, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another workshop. Bye for now, everyone.